Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Franchising 360 show. I am Tim Parmeter, and this is Danielle Wright.
That's me.
The Franchising 360 show, this is where we take a 360-degree view of the franchising industry. We're going to help get you properly educated on all things to help you understand if you should own one of these things. If so, what's the best franchise for you to own? We're also going to give you some great tips on how to be successful and build that franchise business once you have it. And then what about those of you that have an existing business? You're like, geez, I'd like to turn this into a national or maybe even international franchise business. We can help you with that as well. So that is what this show is all about. Tonight we have a guest.
We love guests.
We love guests
because we ask so many questions and there's so many other things. It's just such a fun time with the guests.
And this one has to do with money, which...
Money.
Let's not do that again.
Okay.
We're going to talk about one of the ways in which you can get money to own a franchise. And my guess is it's a way you
money you already have.
I'm saying this is, you don't know this one's coming. Just people be prepared. So
yes.
Chat GPT it, Google it, whatever you want. You're not going to figure it out in the next 5 minutes.
No, well maybe.
Well, maybe, but don't. Pay attention to us.
Because we got a great guest.
We have a great guest. We have, and then we have, no offense to our guest, but we have the best segment of this show coming up next.
That has now become the best.
It is.
We're season 2, and this is not have to, like, the game has been elevated.
Right, there's some pressure on this.
There is a lot of pressure. Lots of pressure
because on all of our episodes and all of the clips anywhere out in the ether and on our YouTube channel, Fran Coach for You YouTube channel, by the way, but even the amazing folks at BizTV posted one of the Friday franchise fun facts, and yeah, it just blew up.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I don't. You gotta elevate it. I don't know that this one's gonna elevate that one. I think that one was really good.
What you got for us?
All right, ready?
Yes.
Last week we stuck with the food thing. Again, it's another food one, but we're talking outer space. Okay.
Okay.
Ready? Ready for it? Which product actually went into the stratosphere?
Which product?
Yep.
Went in this, and it's from a franchise?
Food. Yep, food.
Oh, food franchise. Yep. Oh, Tang.
Wrong.
Well, Tang went, but it's not
Tang
a franchise.
Went, but it's not a franchise.
Dang it.
I love it when I don't. Normally, we tell him what the fun fact is, but I've been trying to keep it.
I'm not allowed to know anymore.
Like, no, because it really kills it. Because then you don't act all excited, and I want to know.
What is it?
You get one more option. Come on, you're smart.
Big Mac.
Wrong. In 2017.
That's your favorite thing to say to me, by the way.
I know. That's why I do it. 2017, KFC actually sent a chicken sandwich to the edge of space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yep. So
the
talk
KFC
about
chicken sandwich
out of this
is pretty
world
good,
marketing is what they say.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so there we go. And so this is our second one was space.
Yes.
We had one last season where it was jazzercise.
Yep, with astronauts.
With astronauts.
But this one is KFC put the first franchise brand literally into the stratosphere.
Okay.
Good job, KFC.
Excellent job,
so
KFC.
So chickens can fly.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah.
And on that note, let's get you teed up for our next segment. We're going to have a guest joining us, Wendy Skemer from Benetrends Financial. They are the premier funding consultants in the franchise industry. We're going to have them join us and talk about a very little known funding fact and hopefully keep Danielle away from my dad joke database. So we will be right back after this on the Franchising 360 show. Hey, we are back on the Franchising 360 show, Tim Parmeter with Danielle Wright. And these are always the best episodes. We have a guest. And joining us today from parts near and or far, from Benetrends Financial, the senior funding consultant, Wendy Skemer. Wendy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me today. I appreciate it.
Well, we've got a bunch of questions for you. These are designed we like to lob them in at the beginning, get you nice and comfortable, and then hit you hard with the ones that are going to bring you to tears. So just be ready for that. But first off, we're going to talk about some ways in which people can fund franchises. Let's start with a simple one, Wendy. Who the heck is Benetrends Financial? What does Benetrends do?
Benetrends Financial is actually a full-service retirement planning company. We were founded in 1983 by Len Fisher, who pioneered a program called the ROBS program. You'll hear us refer to it as the Rainmaker program, where one can utilize retirement funds without tax or penalty. And then we also help folks navigate through getting a small business loan. We work with a variety of lenders nationwide. And we have other services too. Our goal is to be that one-stop shopping for all funding needs for small business owners, usually franchises, but it doesn't have to be. It could be an acquisition or a startup.
Excellent. So, Danielle, where do you want to start? You want to start with the SBA loan or the ROBS?
What are ROBS? Like, are we robbing a bank? Because if they're helping me rob a bank, that seems like a really fun time.
That is a funding option. I drive the getaway car in this situation.
Okay, great.
So yeah, Wendy, what the heck is this ROBS thing?
So ROBS stands for Rollover for Business Startup. And what it is it's a program that allows you to utilize your old employer's 401k or your pre-tax IRA without any tax or penalty to open up your business. You can use it in combination with other funding. You can use it by itself. I just got off a call where a couple's buying their franchise entirely with their retirement funds. So that will allow them to open up a business without any loan payments. It's an amazing program. And again, it's been around since 1983.
Wow.
Do you want me to tell you how it works?
Yes, please.
What a great question.
There's so many questions, but yes.
How does it work? And then I want to get to like how many times when you're explaining this to people for the first time, they kind of like furrow their brow. Wait, what? With this. So tell us how it works, and then we'll kind of work through some of those things that people are concerned about with this.
And I think people get concerned a lot of times because they don't really understand it. So I always like to give an example. So let's say I leave Benetrends today and I get a new job for Starbucks. We all know that I could take my 401k upon my termination and roll it into my new plan, my new 401k or profit sharing plan at Starbucks without any tax or penalty. Well, I'm 59 and a half, so for me, I wouldn't have penalty anyway. But if you're under 59 and a half, no tax or penalty. And we all know that when I get to Starbucks, if I want my new job, I can call the custodian, Fidelity, for my plan. And I can say, you know what, get in cash. I love my new job. I want to buy stock in Starbucks. Well, what happens? Starbucks gets the money. They can do whatever they need. It's their operations. They get that money in their corporate bank account. I get the stock in Starbucks in my qualified retirement plan. So I'm excited. Starbucks does well, my plan does well. This same concept can be applied to you and your small business. We set up your business as a C corporation, just like Starbucks, except guess what? You're privately held. So you hold all your voting rights, but you still can then sponsor a qualified retirement plan that we'll design for you. Then you roll in your qualified funds and boom, you can buy stock in your company. What happens? Just like Starbucks got my money, your C corporation gets your money. Once that company's funded, you can do whatever you need for your business with that money. You're good to go. Your retirement plan now has the stock in your company. So what I always say to folks is, why on earth, if you're buying a business and you have retirement funds that's obviously invested in other people's companies, why not invest it in your own? Yeah. What's the worst thing that happens?
Why not, Wendy? And Wendy, of 11 years in this industry, that's the best I've ever heard that explained, by the way. So, I'm like, wow. I
just say you roll over money from your 401k into owning your business, and that's pretty much all I got.
I need to do this.
Do you?
Well, probably not. But if I did, it would be with Wendy.
I know someone who can help you find the right one.
Right. I thought you might.
I have one question. You don't have to roll it all, right? For the people that are a little, hey, I don't want to deplete all of my 401k, that may be my only retirement thing that I have, and say I have 300,000 in that retirement plan, I don't have to roll it all, right? I can keep some of it and roll some of it, right?
Absolutely. That's such a great point. You don't have to roll all of the accounts. One thing I want to mention, because it comes up a lot. If it's an old 401k, you are rolling all of it to an IRA. Okay. Keep it invested. And then you only take what you need, to your point, Danielle, and roll that into the business. You're never in a position where you have to use it all. But here's what's exciting. Let's say I'm looking at a multi-unit franchise opportunity. I roll money over, buy my first unit, but I left money behind. So guess what? What if in 6 months I want to open up my second unit? I can be my own bank. I can roll over more money and open up my second unit.
Nice. Okay. So this is intriguing, and I'm sure people, and I think for probably Danielle, both of us, hardly anybody knows this is a thing, and then the mind tends to go to all the fearful things. I want to come back after the break and talk about some of the maybe things that people are going to come up, maybe have some concerns with, or just lack of understanding of how this really works. So we'll do that when we come back here on the Franchising 360 show. And we are back on the Franchising 360 show. Tim Parmeter with Danielle Wright. And joining us from Benetrends Financial is senior funding consultant Wendy Skemer. And Wendy, you were talking about this thing called a ROBS, which is this some sort of like magical thing that has been created to help people utilize their own retirement money to be able to fund a business. What are some of the things that people are like, because most people don't know this exists, that they see as some real advantages of being able to do this ROBS program?
Well, I mean, the advantages of utilizing pre-tax money is number one. If we fail, which is something we always want to consider and what folks are thinking about all the time, what happens? If I use retirement funds, I just made a bad investment. Just like I'm invested in mutual funds, stocks, bonds, other people's companies that are at risk. That's a risk I take. The good news is if I do not succeed, I never paid taxes on that money. So if there's any money that I should invest, it should be that money, in my opinion, because the government's subsidizing my risk. So a lot of the positives about that, the ROBS program, is the utilization of pre-tax money. Also, in many cases, I am speaking to folks who have lost their job, left their job, and they don't have that income that the lender might be looking for. You can utilize the ROBS to help you satisfy that liquidity requirement in getting a small business loan. The ROBS it's so in handy. And of course, folks buy their entire business with their ROBS, and that allows them to run a business without having a debt service. I always say, wouldn't it be nice to be in your house without a mortgage payment? Imagine owning a business without a debt to service. So it really becomes a huge advantage.
I want a house without a mortgage. How do I get that? So, all right, Danielle, pick this apart.
No, I mean, there's not much to pick apart. And I agree I've had a lot of people use, like Wendy said, ROBS and then borrow money from the bank, because sometimes the larger investments, like if we have that much in our retirement savings, maybe we don't want to pull it all. But a lot of the questions I get are really centered in and around, how do I get out of it, right? I've started this C Corp, maybe I sell the business, maybe I don't want to do it anymore. Like I've heard people buy themselves out of the C Corp and go to an S Corp or an LLC. Like, one, does Benetrends help with that once I've done that? Or two, what's really the program there to say, hey, if I don't want this anymore, how the heck do I get out of it?
So something to keep in mind is the longevity we've been around.
Okay.
So, starting in 1983, the C Corporation's gone through a lot. In today's environment, it's the most attractive corporate entity in most cases. So I don't have as many clients trying to get in and get out. But can you? Absolutely. At any time, you can buy back your stock. You get an appraisal, because we're not Starbucks, we're not on the tickers. We have to determine what our stock price is. And then we buy our stock back.
Okay.
You can easily do that. I have some clients that's their goal off the bat. And for whatever reason, there's a variety of reasons why. So every year they get an appraisal of their business and they buy back some stock. So eventually their retirement plan will no longer be invested in their C Corporation, which allows them to now convert to a different corporate entity. So I always tell folks, you don't have to be in the ROBS forever. In a lot of cases, it makes sense to stay the course. If you're doing a franchise, stay the full 10 years. But if there's other circumstances or variables, you can always buy back your stock. I have an example right now of a client who did the ROBS, bought herself out of it. Now that money's back into a rollover IRA. Came back 5 years later, she's buying her third unit, and she's rolling it over again.
Wow.
Nice.
So there's just so many amazing things this can lead to. Now, of course, A lot of folks want to think about, can I sell my business if I'm in a Robs?
Yes.
What if somebody comes in and says, I have a stock sale opportunity for you or an asset sale? And all of a sudden, I'm thinking, I'm in the Robs. Does this impede my ability to sell my company? Absolutely not. Your
Okay.
retirement plan is a shareholder. Of course, in a Robs, it is advantageous if you're selling the business to sell it in a stock sale.
Okay.
You're avoiding taxation at the corporate level. We have a team at Benetrends to answer your question specifically, Danielle.
Okay.
We don't help you negotiate the deal. We help you manage the Robs. We have an expert team. They've been around, oh my gosh, longer than I have. I've been here 13 years. I think our head of that department's been here like 35 years. And his job is just to help you navigate through getting out of the Robs, selling your business. A lot of folks do, to be fair, stay in the Robs, sell their business, and then buy another business. Everybody's goals differently. We're equipped to help you through that.
Yeah. When I like you use the phrase managing wealth, you're managing your wealth, which is really kind of, I think, one of the things in franchising. People, as they look at this, they don't maybe necessarily think about this is an opportunity to build wealth, right? The exit strategy of a business is always to sell it. You can't do that with that job, right? Wendy, you're an employee of Benetrends.
Exactly.
You're not going to go, hey, let me see if I can sell this to the next person because I don't want to work here anymore. Like, no, they're just going to
Exactly.
give you a box and say, see ya, right, with that. So that's huge. I got a bunch more questions on the Robs. I know we were going to also, in segment 3, get to the SBA, but Wendy, like, that ain't happening. So we're going to have you come back on another time.
Yeah.
Because we got more stuff on the Robs. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely. It is the best thing since sliced bread when it comes to funding.
I kind of thought you might think so. So we're going to be back with Wendy, Danielle, and little old me to talk a little bit more about the Robs here on the Franchising 360 Show. Welcome back to the Franchising 360 Show. Danielle Wright, Tim Parmeter, and joining us remotely is Wendy Skemer, Senior Funding Consultant for Benetrends Financial. We are talking about this thing called Robs, which, if I was paying attention earlier, roll over for business startup. We kind of forget the 4 in there. So just roll over for business startup. Wendy, so I think a couple of things on our mind here as we kind of wrap this up. So number one, like, you guys are awesome at Benetrends. You're going to help them through all of this, but like, this ain't free, right? So there's a little something mixed in there. Tell us the cost, but then also kind of give us a handle of all the things you guys do along the way.
You got it. So to do a rollover, which means you're utilizing retirement funds, usually at least $50,000 from an eligible retirement account, regardless of how much you're rolling over from how many accounts, usually is $4,995 to get everything done. We're going to get your C corporation established. Make sure your name is available in your state. Get it registered. We're going to get your articles of incorporation, your bylaws, your federal ID number. We're going to introduce you to our custodian resources if you don't have a custodian you want to use. And if you're not sure what a custodian is, that's your Fidelity, your Schwab. That's going to be your partner in this with us. All of that is an upfront fee of usually $4,995. The reason why I say usually is because sometimes folks come already incorporated or they need to be expedited. So there can be some additional minor fees or some discounts. If you're a veteran, for example, you're going to save 10% right off the bat. Those fees can be reimbursed to you from the corporation once the corporation's funded. But the relationship is just getting started. Benetrends is a third-party plan administration company. What that means is when you do this program, remember, you're an employer sponsoring a qualified retirement plan. So what does that mean? That means you have to keep the Department of Labor happy and you have to keep the IRS happy. Benetrends is going to do all of that for you for $158 a month. Not only are we going to keep you compliant, we're going to protect you in the event that there's ever an audit. We're going to make sure that when you have employees that become eligible, that you have all the tools to offer them the program. That's right. This is not just funding for you. This is also a business opportunity for you and your employees to continue to contribute to those qualified retirement plans, especially if you just left your big job job and you're not making those contributions to your 401k, you'll be able to continue to contribute tax deferred to this plan. We take care of all of that for you for $158 a month. And we take care of course, I want to repeat it. If there's ever an audit, Benetrends is taking care of that for you.
Wendy, don't say that word out loud.
The government's going to audit us. We're like, bring it on. We're just going to prove to you once again how compliant everything is. And it is nice when our clients know that if they do get that phone call, they just call Benetrends, give us their books, they're done.
Excellent. Danielle, what's missing?
I don't know. I've like gone blank. I'm like, wheels are turning. I have to say this. I've worked in franchising a long time. I've known about the ROBS program for a long time. But Wendy, kudos to you for, dumbing it down even for me. Like, I literally tell people, hey, there's the risk, right? But you're going to risk if you borrow money, right? You're still going to have to pay that back. No matter if the business fails, you still have to pay it back. Yeah. That's a loan versus this. Like, I don't have to pay interest. You did an exceptional job explaining the nuances of this. So super excited.
And if anybody wants to see how this can go, I guess it's okay. Wendy, it's okay if people contact you, correct?
Absolutely. You can reach me at Wendy@Benetrends.com. You can call me at 267-273-4310. I'd love to help. If you're thinking you don't know if you fit into the ROBS box or an SBA loan, you just don't know, we'll help you come up with a strategy at no cost to you and no obligation.
Excellent. And tell them you heard about it on the Franchising 360 show.
Absolutely.
I love her. She just gave everyone her phone number. Go for it.
So Wendy, because we got way in the weeds in a good way on the ROBS, can we twist your arm at some point to come back and there are other funding options besides this, but this is the one most people don't know about, and so any chance we could get you to come back?
I would love to come back. We can talk about SBA loans the next time I come. And hopefully, as we meet, rates start to go down even further, so the news just gets better.
Excellent.
I love that.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Wendy Skemer from Benetrends Financial. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
So, and I've been in this industry a long time. I'm blown away by how well she laid all that out.
Yeah, best episode ever.
Best episode ever, for sure. So, it's so much better when you have guests, isn't it? So, we are going to wrap this up tonight, but just in case you need to know, I'm not going to go as detailed as Wendy, but it's probably right here on the screen somewhere. So francoach.net is how you find all of our team to help you find a franchise and get a hold of Wendy. Our YouTube channel, Francoach for You. Franchising 101 podcast is also there for you. So we're here.
Yeah. Check us out every week here on BizTV.
Every single Friday. And did you know on Sunday?
No.
Yeah.
Well, look at that.
I know, crazy. So season 2, we get an extra episode. Next year, it'll be, before long, we'll be on every hour on the hour. So, but until then, that's Danielle Wright.
That's me.
I am Tim Parmeter, and this has been the Franchising 360 Show.